is exciting, yeah.
Things to cook, things not to cook, how to poison yourself, things like that. So that would be a good one. And of course, that's I'm sure going to be on Zoom.
And
He's expecting it to be on Zoom.
and Bill, if I could say that Chef Nader, right? So Chef Nader is just a fascinating guy. He's so full of energy, so positive and upbeat. Just exciting stories. He's fun.
His last name is actually Sharkus, and he's Turkish, but very well traveled.
Yeah.
On March 17th, I hope that we have a program giving the history of St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh,
Anybody know why we have St. Patrick's Day?
no.
He was a
Somebody saw a leprechaun.
he truly was a saint. It was a spiritual thing.
Yeah, but I also think it has a lot to do with Black Lives Matter. Those poor downtrodden Irish figured out a way to give themselves more notorious and more respected by the rest of society by connecting up to a famous saint. So we'll find out about that. On the 24th, I hope and think I'm trying to get a hold of a gentleman who gives tours of the Bay Area, who might give us some insight into potential things for us to do once the pandemic is gone, as far as touring the Bay Area, some insights into things we don't know.
Bless the Lord.
For you, just the back of a police car.
So what do I do?
For the rest of it,
Oh, walking tour?
yeah.
You go tour the whole Bay Area walking?
Yeah.
You start in San Jose.
Well, we start somewhere. You know, there is a circular trail now that goes around the bay for the most part of it. In fact, in Richmond and Pinole, they're now going to connect Point Malate to go out from, so you can leave Point Richmond and walk under the freeway and then go all the way out to Point Malate to the thing, and then from there they'll connect up to the Point Pinole.
It's a wonderful bike path right there where it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, so
Now
we'll
that's great.
get
I got
that.
my bike. I can ride my bike. Yeah.
And then I want you to know that after that, I do not have any more programs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. That's number 3.
You didn't
Let's
go
see.
well.
Yeah.
I got to vault it down.
Yeah.
I would just say
I
here.
have no more programs ready for the rest of my life. So if you have any things you'd like to learn more about, give me a call. And I'll research and tell us. That's the best way for us to have fun at Rotary is to learn. So, see what you think. That's it for now.
Turns out that we are Sean has been able to get this on YouTube, and so I'm trying to send the link, the YouTube link, to our members that are trying to get on. So bear with me just for a second. Enjoy your lunch, huh?
Take all the time you need.
Thank you. Enjoy your lunch. Catch up with each other.
Don't hurry, I'm going to finish your lunch.
Bill, are you working now still on Wednesdays? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I turned a lot of teeth into powder this morning.
What's Dr. John's last name from Contra Costa again?
Wait.
Wade, yeah. Thank you. I just drew a blank on it.
It's okay, just so it's not a family meeting. It's a difference. That doesn't go over.
Yeah, I don't want that day to come. Okay, so let's see who else I'm missing now. So, Song, John, Sharon, Katrina is on now. Linda, Mac, and Joyce. Okay, good. Linda, Mac, and Joyce.
Are we doing pints today, Rich?
Yeah, we need to.
I have a pint to make.
We need to. You want to go ahead and get that ready for us to do fines? Could you help us with that, Matt?
I can do it.
I forgot all about it. Okay, Linda, Joyce, Mac.
You want to pay a fine, man?
Rich, while you're doing that,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
could we talk about this online auction?
Sure, please.
To me, the problem I see with it is that it's kind of like saying, let's put up a dam and create a reservoir and save water. Okay, but we don't have any source of water to fill the dam. So we'll just go ahead and build the dam and hope the water shows up. We don't have any auction items. We don't have any stuff to create. You know, if we go to an online auction house, they go, okay, give us a list of all the items you want auctioned, and we go, we don't have anything.
That's a very good point.
It seems to me that as a club, we ought to first be soliciting and seeing if we can come up with a series of auction items that people would actually buy. It's hard, I think, in an online auction to auction off baskets, you know, with bottle of tequila and a couple. No, they can't. So we have to have items that make people want to open up the site.
That's exactly true.
Even if they can't afford the big items, they then are in the site and can buy something different.
Yeah, what Bill's sharing is so important. It's true, and it's very important for us now to take that concern and see how it inserts into the planning. So when we begin to put our team together to work on online auction, the very piece that he's talking about is inserted in the plan. And so it doesn't just suddenly appear. We don't wait until we have all the items and then we start to plan. No, we start to plan, and then we see out there, after we get started, between now and there, we will be working on taking steps that will get us there. And so we'll learn through, one of the things I saw in the auction platform is they have a link to a list of all these different getaway destinations that are really hot items that people want to pay money for to go somewhere fun, do something, stay overnight, right? Either as a couples or as a family. And so they encourage us to get as many of those as possible, and you have to call, of course, ahead of time. So the plan of putting the committee together, the planning team together, that's one of the things they'll learn about, and they'll get access to the resources, and they'll be working on making those calls and seeing how it comes along. We can't set a date too close, too soon. We have to have the date out there far enough so these items will come in time. So it's just part of that process, but it's so good that Bill brought that up because it is a major concern, and everybody wants to know that we're paying attention to doing it right. We want to do it right.
Doing it online is it similar, just like being a live auction with an auctioneer up front, and you bid on it, and then you slam the gavel and you bought it?
No.
It's similar. It's similar.
Display all these items that you bought, bid on, and it's you can go in over a week's period of time.
Yeah, it depends on how the platform is set up. There's a platform that allows everybody who's going to be a bidder has a number, right? And they're able to, they're actually able to hit punch a key on their computer, and their number shows up, and so you actually see who's bidding, and so you just slow it down so it doesn't get too far out of hand. You have something to add to that, Bill?
Well, I did. I participated in a silent auction last weekend for the dental school, and what they did is they would show a whole series of items. They'd show you the minimum opening bid, and then give you a button to push to bid yourself, and then you would bid a certain amount, and if nobody else bid, then you got it. If somebody else bid, you'd get an email telling you that somebody had outbid you. You want to bid again on that item.
Now, was that the silent auction or the live one?
No, the silent auction.
Yeah, that's the silent. It sounded like the silent.
Yeah, just a silent auction.
But
And
there
you
is
go.
the live auction component. It's just done a little differently. Well, I'm going to pay a fine, and my fine that I'm going to pay is because we haven't been together here so long, and I'm paying the fine because I finally get to look into your faces, into your eyes, and see.
I know you must be.
I'm so happy. I actually did. Yeah, hoping.
constantly forgetting about the Wednesday Zoom meetings.
Okay, yeah.
No, I always mean to come and I just totally blank out. And it's good to be here.
You don't got good internet service.
Man, I was hoping that was true good news.
I know. Happy the way he is.
Let's just thank you for getting that.
Ladies first. Right on.
Yay! Thank you.
I'm just thankful we got me out of the house.
Yay! How's it going over here for everybody else?
This is my notice after all this time that nobody looks that good.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, that's me.
I just would like to say that I think we're very fortunate as a club that we're all staying so healthy. And I'm grateful for that. Yeah. Yes, that is true. So I think we did the right thing by staying apart, and now that things are opening up, I'm thrilled to be back.
Yeah.
Say about that. Thank you, Tony.
My find included just thanking you all for being troopers and coming out. You know, of all the days, but since we, you know, before today, all the days were so warm and nice, and then we get here and it's kind of gloomy now. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
for a little while. Well, next week's supposed to be pouring rain.
40% rain I saw, yeah. Unless it changed, yeah.
40% of the time freezing cold. So,
We may not be here next week, right? We may be back on Zoom, so I'll try to let you know sooner than later. All right, so anything else you wanted to share about the bicycle thing in San Pablo?
well, I've been putting this in the text to everybody, but when Karina was here, Karina
Yep.
was here to talk to us about their efforts to expand the bike lanes and walking paths in San Pablo, which I think is a great upgrade for any community.
Yeah.
She asked if it was possible for us to donate a bicycle, because we seem to run into bicycles to use as an auction item to stimulate attendance and make it a little more noticeable. And I said, well, we'll try. I sent a note to Bob and got no response. If anybody else has any ideas.
I do. I can get a bike from Schwinn on
Okay.
Oak Hotel.
Great. Yeah.
I'll stop by on the way home today. When do you want it?
Well, I don't know. Now that I know we got it.
We
I'll
can always
contact
store it.
There was 2 for Christmas, so all I have to do is get back to it. Is it to be a child's bike or adults?
Adult.
Yes, sir.
We can always store it until
Well, Corinna can.
she
I'll
can store it.
contact her.
Yeah, she'll take it.
And, so I think one more announcement.
Yes, sir.
It's not related to Rotary, but the Contra Costa College Foundation is interested in expanding the number of members on the board. If any of you would be interested in helping raise money for Contra Costa College Foundation by being a member of the board and giving direction to the board on what to do with their money, I would love to know that you're interested, so I can submit your name to the College Foundation. But speaking of which, the College Foundation at Contra Costa College now has over $9 million in its
endowment. Is it endowment?
no, the total amount of money that's now, when I was president of the foundation, we had about $100,000. We now have $9 million.
What do they plan to do with it?
Oh, it's given out as scholarships.
Board members are
Probably
each
not
going-
all of it.
Board members are each going to get a portion of it to take home.
I don't think so.
Wait.
I'll sign up then.
I knew you liked it. What happens with the foundation is every year, 5% of the money that's available is given out. Well,
To
last year we gave out
scholarship.
about $290,000. Not just to scholarships, but to program enhancements and purchase of items that help various departments operate, send kids to various programs that they wouldn't otherwise like. Nader takes kids to Italy.
awesome.
And what a change in life. But it's a phenomenal program. We're now looking at possibly right now the science building is being built, and the physical and kinesiology departments, the gym and all that are being rebuilt thanks to bond money. But bond money doesn't cover everything.
Yeah.
So like we could put in a Pelotron training center into the gym area. That would be covered by bond. Or something like that, or in the science center. Create something in the planetarium.
Have a great telescope to look at the stars.
Send Rich as
Far away
toward the moon
planets.
as we can get it, you know, just to see what happens to a human when they get that far. Test him. But stuff like that. But so it's an exciting part of Contra Costa right now. The college is really coming into its own. A lot of the money that has been raised, by the way, are people who have donated their houses. You know, they're retired, old, have no family, get no kids to leave it to, and so they call up and, just like with Vicki Bloomquist, I think she's blown away that her house sold for over $500,000 for that.
Right.
Over there. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of money in those. So, if any of you are interested, I'd like to have you consider being on. Talk to you soon. We don't, maybe 2 or 3.
Carol, I'm back on the.
How many are on the board now?
You on there too?
On the board right now, I think are 13.
Woo, that's a big board. That's because it's a working board.
Not a big board.
One of the things that foundations do that I saw recently, in fact, I sent out an email, I think, to the whole club of a sample of a online fundraiser that's going on that a lady who is a nonprofit attorney sets it up. She wrote a book on nonprofits and how to run a nonprofit and not kill yourself. Stay out of jail. And so she was saying that her goal for her fundraiser is to raise $100,000, and that $100,000 she's going to then put into an endowment, and out of that endowment she'll get $5,000 a year to give out to scholarships. So the 100,000 never goes away. It's just the interest. Then each year she puts that towards scholarships. So it's a good way to secure our money and then still make money with it to do some important things in the community. Any other questions, comments? Okay, in closing, I want to just talk about a couple of things to the club that will have to be decided on by our board. But I want to bring attention here, if you would just look up here at this lectern.
Is that new?
So this one was new about 30 years ago, I think.
It was at one point.
And so the speaker doesn't work, the microphone stuff doesn't work. This is a microphone that Sean brought. And before I go on, can we just give a round of applause to Sean for helping us out here today? Sean, we're so grateful, man. Thank you. Hopefully it wasn't a terrible experience and you'll be back when we come back to do it again. We want to keep this going forward. So what I'm bringing this to your attention because it's time for us to get a new one, and we need to get one that's powered like this one was, that has a good speaker, that won't blow out when we turn the volume up so you folks can hear well, you know. We can use it inside or outside. And we need to be able to get a couple of wireless mics, a handheld that can be passed around. So it can be a roving mic for people to talk to, or we use it close to a camera for the hybrid feed. The other one is here, of course. And so that setup I've shopped already, and it's under $1,000. It's probably more closely to $800 the last time I looked, which was about a month and a half ago. The other thing is to be able to get a set of a new logo here too that'll be current and updated so it looks fresh. I really feel it's important for us to spend some of our money that we're sitting on to just liven up our club, make it look like we're fresh and new. We're not back in the 30 years ago. So that's really important. The other thing that I want to be able to talk to the club members about that we'll be bringing to the board is I would like, as the president, I'd like for us to give $1,000 to our reentry program to help it get going. Right now, it's ready to launch, but it's having a hard time finding a house to rent. And so we're flexible to move the house anywhere in the 94806, which would be some of the county parts of San Pablo. It could move it into El Sobrani, some parts of Richmond. And so there's flexibility there, but it would be good for the club to make that investment. There's been a few individuals that have invested in the beginning, but it'd be good for the club too. And I'm just asking that while I'm president. I don't know what the next president, Isaiah's doing a good job, by the way. He's going to be attending the President-elect's Club meeting this weekend. He's going to it. So, yeah, and he's really excited. I talked to him last night. I'm really happy to see his excitement, his investment that he's making, and his preparation, and the discussions that I'm hearing, the depth of what he's talking about for the club. And I really think he's going to be a good president, a good continuation. So with that, let's see if there's anything anyone wants to share that's good for the order, good for the club. Yes, Katrina.
So we're starting to slowly open things back out and starting to connect back with the community, connect with some of the churches. I'm actually just connecting with the schools, even though it was virtual. We did a lot of school week readings virtually. So getting back to our partnerships that we have in the community. So I want everyone to know that we can start doing some things now safely, virtually, drive-through. So on the 27th, we're going to have our first Easter City extravaganza. It'll be drive-through.
county moving on it.
Oh, the county's all over it, and I appreciate John Joya's office, because they really, for them to reach out for a small, town such as small as San Pablo to make this happen. People are, because I'm getting calls from all over the community, hey, where can I get a vaccine at? And we're just referring them, and they're getting appointments, and they're happy about it.
Carol, did you have something to say? You got it already?
I just wanted to reiterate, this is the same day, that we're doing this,
Oh.
because I called Joanna and asked her if I could use Davis Park. And I told her the date, and she said, no, that they're unionizing there, and this was 2 months ago. She never let me know the deal. So we're doing this.
Yeah, the county took, they called me, they asked me for the information for John Joya, our chief gave it to him, and the next thing I looked at, came out that that's the vaccination.
Well, we got a lot accomplished, and we're getting done early. So it's one of those things like the job got done early and under cost. Thank you, sir.
There's a handful of people who joined us, 5 or so.
Are they still there?
Oh yeah, but no one's really commenting.
Am I able to say hi to them?
Yeah, just on the mic, you can welcome them for.
All right, I do want to say hello and greet everybody that's at our San Pablo Rotary meeting online at YouTube. Thank you guys for joining. Sorry for the confusion in the beginning. We didn't have a good enough feed to do Zoom, but it looks like it worked out to go on Zoom on YouTube. So our hats off to Sean Montemeyer, our member, who stepped up to be our hybrid liaison, and he's making it work. So thank you all for being there with us and being here with us online through YouTube. So it looks like next week we'll probably be back on Zoom. So we'll see you all then. And I think Chef Nader from the college is going to be our guest speaker. It's going to be an exciting time. So it'll be great to hear from him. Have your questions ready for him. He's an international chef and has helped a lot of people learn how to get launched into the restaurant business. So God bless you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.